Welcome back to part 2 of weathering the Rye Field King Tiger. In this one, I'm diving deeper into the grime, more washes, pigments, and techniques to bring this beast to life. Stick around to see how it all starts coming together, plus a few surprises, some laughs, and maybe even a modeling tip or two you'll actually use. Okay, this technique is called a dot filter. Well, that's what it's supposed to be. What I'm actually doing is putting a ton of oils on the model. This is my first attempt at this technique, so be kind in the comment section. The camo is very stark, and not Tony Stark, just really bright, so I need to tone it down a bit. Normally I use enamel filters for this, but since I don't have the correct colors, I'm trying the next best thing, oils. I also don't have the right colors in my Obtulum. Oh great, now I got one to go with the Fuji module. Oh, okay. So I had to resort to Winsor & Newton oils, a quick shop to Michael's, and I picked up the appropriate colors, which aren't exactly model friendly. More suited for a Bob Ross painting. Happy little trees. Yeah, well, not so happy on my model.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That was my raw reaction to my Bob Ross horror show, but stick around and see if I totally ruin it or somehow recover from this blunder. The different colors should give you some nice tonal variation. Well, if you use them right, that is. So if I haven't scared you off this technique yet, give it a try. And hey, maybe check out some other tutorials too. Learn from my mistakes. As you can see, I'm starting to move away from the whole happy trees vibe and closer to the filter effect I wanted. It's beginning to tone down that Tony Starkness brightness quite a bit. There's a whole bunch more dots coming up in the next few minutes, and I want you to see the full process, so I'll be rambling a bit to keep you company while you watch. While I'm working through these dots, let's chat about some of my go-to creators for learning modeling techniques. Some you'll probably know and already you'll already subscribe to, and some I'm thinking you're not going to know, and once you watch them, you're really going to enjoy them, and you're going to say, why haven't I seen this channel yet? Alright, let's go. This line's going to reveal my age, but when I was younger, I learned from people like Shepard Payne, Francis Verlinden, Mig Jimenez, and others. And now to reveal my age. This was all before the internet. I just killed a fly. He landed on me and I killed him. So now that is Flies 0, Reimagined Models 3. You probably think I got like a whole swarm of flies in this house, but I smoke out the back door, and that's how they get in, and I have to kill them all. Or the hawk gets mad. Okay, the dot filter is almost done, and I'll ramble some more later. Let's get back to the build. Okay, so you can see I did recover from my earlier horror show. Will I use this dot filter again? Yeah, I already did. I went from one horror show to another and tried it on my elephant build, but that time I used fewer dots. Lesson learned, sort of. During this step, you can also create some nice streaking, like rain marks or dust effects. As you can see with the lower hull still in full Tony Starkness, there's a clear difference starting to show between the two areas. Oh, and yes, I did include the lower hull. Sorry. Gotta pad that runtime a bit to keep YouTube, another one, happy, you know? Short videos just don't perform as well as the longer ones. Anyway, enough of that. Let's ramble! Showing my age again. Alright, so we talked about the old school modeling legends. Now let's talk about the creators I watch now to learn new stuff. Well, there's one guy who needs no introduction. I'm sure most of you already subscribe to him just like I am, so we'll skip past that. Instead, let's shine a light on some of the lesser known creators out there. And hey, if you already follow them or know others I should check out, drop their names down in the comments. I'm always looking for more inspiration. Haha, this video is not long enough to ramble. We're on the tracks, but you know what? I have a tutorial coming out on exactly how I did this, so you can check that out when it comes out. Oh, and by the way, all the links will be above for these creators. First up is an oldie but a goodie, and maybe even pre-you-know-who. The channel is called Scale Model Medic. His last upload was about 8 years ago, but trust me, there's still a ton you can learn from what he shared. He's from England, and I really enjoyed his videos back in the day. Lots of solid techniques, very chill vibe. I've linked it above, so be sure to check him out if you haven't already. Oh, I said that already. Okay, next up, well, he was up. I had to re-record it. There was a couple clicks. There's that OCD again. Okay, sorry. He's called Plasmo, and wow, this guy is freaking amazing. He mostly works in 1/72 scale, and the stuff he pulls off that size is just, well, words don't really do it justice. You've got to see it for yourself. Seriously, check him out. Links up above. Okay, next up is Dr. Faust's Painting Clinic, and I doubt any of you actually heard of him. He's been around since the early days of YouTube and only has about 100k subs, which honestly blows my mind. He's super laid back, just paints. Well, that doesn't blow my mind because he's had like barely any for like the last 15 years. Okay, let's get back to it. He's super laid back, just paints and shares, no big push to turn into a business or brand, and I think that's really cool. He mainly focuses on figures, especially D&D style minis now, but the technique he shows can help you paint any figure, trust me. Definitely worth a watch. Link up above, so go give him a look. Alright, that's enough sending you off to other channels. Don't forget whose video you're watching here. And sorry Dad, I didn't forget you. You're still a smaller channel. But hey, so am I. It'd be great to grow together, so if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And while you're at it, check out Old Dad's Modeling Mess too. Good stuff over there. Okay, time to pause the voiceover. And I forgot my drink, so there might be a few clicks. The hawk is buzzing, and I managed to let another fly in the house. It's that time of the month, if you know what I mean. Definitely not a good time for a model purchase right now. And there's the clicks. I knew it. Alright, voiceover pause, more clicks. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I am back. Full recovery. It's looking good, and now she needs some chips. Lay's or Ruffles. Oh wait, not that kind. There are a bunch of ways to chip a model. Some folks swear by the old hairspray method, but with a camo pattern like this, I'm going with something a bit simpler. Just some foam jammed into my pin vise. It works great for that random worn look. You could totally just use a brush too if that's more your style. There's no wrong way, just what works for you. Hairspray or chipping fluid, which is hairspray that you're just being overcharged for, would be the simplest and easiest method, but sometimes you just don't get that much control with it. Using a brush only, that's probably the hardest. You really have to be careful or it just looks forced. I find the foam and brush combo gives the best of both worlds. Still, this technique is one of the tougher ones to make realistic. You really have to dial it back and resist the urge to overdo it, which I'm definitely guilty of. This is one of those steps that really adds realisms to your model. Realisms. Once you get the hang of it, watch out. Your builds will seriously start to pop. It's like giving the model a bit of history, some personality, maybe even a few battle scars. So take your time, build it up slowly, and don't be afraid to experiment a little. I shouldn't record at night, especially late at night. Alright, let me ramble for 1 minute before we dive into the steel chipping. I totally forgot to mention one creator, and honestly, he's amazing. If you want to learn how to do groundwork, terrain, mud, grass, and all that good stuff, then Paper Cuts is the one to watch. Not exactly sure how to say his name, you'll see. His work is on another level. I'm not even going to try and describe it, just let his work speak for itself. But not yet, wait like 6 more minutes and then go check him out. Finish this video first, of course. Now, I'm adding a second color on top of the previous chipping layer. Something I totally forgot to mention earlier, the first one is a lighter version of the base color. For a German tank like this, I'm going with the reddish tone. Now the exact name, well, there are a bunch of them, and if I try to pronounce it, it's just going to add another name to my friend. My friend? To my I tried, okay list? Let's go with it. Oh, now my computer just shut off. So, let's just call it red and move on. You know what I mean? Yep, More footage of chipping fun. I know, there's a lot of it, but hey, I promise I'm trimming these clips down into future videos. It's getting late. So, you guessed it, time for a bit of a ramble, and being late at night, it might be quite the doozy. Wow, now what's my computer doing now? Oh, I need to plug it in. While I ramble, we chip away. Oh, that's screwed up. Pun absolutely intended, if you even got it. But stick around, because we're coming up to a totally awesome technique I tried for the very first time, and you won't want to miss it. Ooh, we're back on track. It's late, and I was frantically searching for my charging cable for my computer like it was the last donut at a model show. The last donut at a model show? Do they have donuts at model shows? I don't know, I've never been to one. But anyway, I was humming the Chips theme song, but with the F word instead. Okay, that's enough of that. Alright, seriously, let's move on to the rambling. But that was rambling. Yeah, it was. Okay, warning, this is not going to be a ramble, it's going to be more of a rant. I made mention earlier in my videos that I was going to go to Aberdeen in Maryland, I think it is. Yeah, lots of clicks at night. And I was going to go see the Mile of Tanks. And then good old Dad's modeling mess told me they're no longer in Aberdeen, Maryland, or whatever it's called. The Proving Ground, that's it. They're in Fort Lee, Virginia. So I got really excited. That's only 2 hours for me. And then I was like, I'm going to go see some tanks. So then I got, to search and to make sure I didn't need to reserve anything because it is an army base or something like that. And then I read, it's closed to the public, only open like 5 times a year, 5 Saturdays a year. And the last one was June 14th, only being 2 hours away, I could have gone. Next one is July 1st, maybe I can go then. I'm so pissed. I wanted to see the tanks. I wanted to make a video. They do have some museums there, but it's just no good. Alright, rant over. And we are at the new technique that I tried tonight. This one is really cool. You're gonna love it. Woo, we're almost there. This is like the 3rd take. No more late night sessions after this, I hope. But I really need to wrap these up. That pop. So, sorry, I'm getting loopy. So I can get everything uploaded before I head out on vacation. Ooh, we're back on track. While I was burning the midnight oil, I said it again, I meant earlier today, I ended up watching a Mig Jimenez video from Ammo by Mig, and picked up some great tips on adding dust effects to tanks. It's such a simple technique, but really effective. First you apply some pigments. I'm using Ammo by Mig here. Just dust the pigment onto all the areas where you want to build up some dust and dirt. You can even try different colors as well. You don't have to use this Africa dust that I'm using here. Oh, I went past the mixing part. Well, that's how you mix it. It's very easy. So basically that mixture I made uses Nature Effects by Ammo Africa dust mixed with some, here we go, Obtiolung, that's pretty close, thinner, which acts as the binder, and then you just wet the areas where you applied the pigment to make it stick, literally. Set your egg timer. You're on a mission to remove the excess pigment before it dries and hardens. Okay, you've got a few hours, not a few minutes, but don't wander off for a turkey club and come back thinking it'll still be workable. Trust me, dried pigment waits for no one. At first I was like, this isn't coming off. Total Bob Ross blunder incoming, maybe a happy accident. Okay, panic over, it's starting to come clean. Woo! I nearly turned my tank into a permanent dust sculpture. This is a super cool technique, and Mig, yep, the youngest of my first modeling legends, has some great videos on YouTube too. Sure, a lot of his stuff is to show off his products and to sell them, but hey, they kick ass. So yeah, spend. Okay, maybe don't do that, unless you want to. I'm not responsible for your next hobby supply haul. Oh, and before I go, you can use a makeup sponge like those ones you get at Walmart, which will remove a lot of that excess really nice. Alright, I want to give a big thank you to all my subscribers and viewers. Thanks for supporting the channel. I will see you in the next video.